world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to this evening, as you can tell, it's kind of, well, I don't know whether you can tell, but it's evening, it's in the evening hours, it's right after 6 o'clock. And I'm fixing to do my home tour, my fall blue, white, and burnt orange home tour for y'all. I've really been looking forward to bringing you this. I've worked really hard on plugging in fall, as you all have seen, as you've walked with me through my fall series this year. I was trying to make it a little easier on myself because I do have a cruise coming up. And I have to say I still worked pretty hard. I still worked pretty hard. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through the house and I'm going to tell you about all the vignettes. And then I'm going to walk through again and just have it set to music. So if you would like to skip all of my yammerings about each little vignette, fast forward your computer to minute mark this, and you will be able to just watch the home tour set to music. Let's get started on my indoor home tour. I'll do outside, which is going to be decorated in the traditional fall colors. We'll do the outside in a week or so. But for now, I want to go ahead and do my final words here while I'm looking at you, so that I can just end the video, you know, when it's all set to music. So while I'm looking at you here, I cannot close a video or end a video without saying these final words. So let me just say that I hope that those of you who are struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. And off we go into the home tour. Okie dokie everybody, I'm back and we're fixing to get started on this home tour. First of all, let me tell you that we live in a Center Hall Colonial, and we had this house built and it is almost 6 years old. This November it'll be 6 years old. So it is a Center Hall Colonial, and there is more house to the left than there is to the right. And it is separated by a big staircase that kind of goes right along that wall there. So we are going to start on the back of the house, I think, and then we'll end up right back here in the foyer. So let's get started. That's how you get to the basement. We do have a main floor master. I will not be showing that in this video. Let me give you an all over look as you come in from the foyer. That's Samson, our newfie, laying right there. There's our big windows. The wall color is perfect Greige. It is a Sherwin color, but we took the swatch to Home Depot and had them mix it. So Chris just repainted everything, everywhere on this level, and then he took it on upstairs and through the hallway upstairs. But as you can see, this is the family room, and then on into the kitchen, and then the kitchen eating area. Through that doorway is a little bud room, and then the door leads to the garage, and then there's a little hallway down there that goes to the laundry room and a powder room, and we'll look at both here. Here's the staircase that I was referring to. I'll talk about that again in just a minute. We have 3 bedrooms and 2 baths upstairs. I will not be featuring those in this video either, although I do have other home tours where I've shown those. You're welcome to do a search for those if you'd like. But let's start here at my cozy corner, dare I say one of my signature little things I do here on YouTube. I love, and it's just nothing more than a vignette, but I've dubbed it my cozy corner. But anyway, as you can see, I'm not going to go through every detail here, but you can see that I just incorporated fall into my blue and white decor. I had just finished a blue and white series. I had switched everything out to blue and white. Blue and white is going to become my everyday decor. And I am going to try through the next year, other than for Christmas. Christmas will be a full switch out of all decor, but I am going to try to kind of plug in all of the subsequent holidays and have the blue and white as my basic decor. That is a rocking chair that was mine as a child. And as you can see, I just added elements of fall into it. That's a Funky Bow swag that I made. And the blue and white, all the blue and white plates are like that you see are Staffordshire plates, and I've gotten them at a antique mall here in my town. Anyway, let's get moving through here. Here's our TV credenza. No, I do not try to hide the TV. What's the point? It's there, big, large, and in charge. It's okay, we watch it every night, you know. Oh my goodness. We have 2 daughters, and that is Kristen on right there. She's the kindergarten teacher. She's the oldest, and then Candace is a project manager. She's the youngest. Pumpkins came from Kohl's. I'm not gonna say where everything comes from. Y'all can go back and look at my individual videos if you'd like to get all those particulars. I just received this beautiful pumpkin from one of you guys, Cindy. Thank you so much. It's beautiful and it matches perfectly. It could not match any better in here. I will say this beautiful ribbon came from perpetualribbons.com. Encourage you to check Bobby at perpetualribbons.com out. This beautiful ribbon. There we go. You can see here's my mantle. I didn't do anything to my wreath. I think it pairs beautifully with this. And again, I have individual videos of every vignette. If you'd like to go and look, this is just kind of an all-over look at everything. Gather here with grateful hearts. I am so grateful. Every morning when I put my feet on the floor, I am so grateful to be able to get up and move through my day with only a semblance of old age aches. Those pumpkins came from Home Goods. There's a Funky Bow, again incorporating that blue ribbon. This is my little hub here. It's where I edit all my videos. See my computer there and my glasses. And my couch, I really hadn't shown that. I got the pillows from Home Goods this year, and the plaid pillows, and I got these 2 pillows from At Home, and I got the blanket from I don't remember where. It's comfy cozy, pulling in the blue of fall. This is Sam. Hi buddy, there he is. Hi bud. He says, Mom, what are you doing? You're waking me up. He's a good boy. I made this wreath when my cousin Stacy was here, and she made Because He Lives I Can Face Tomorrow. That was a stencil. She made it with her Cricut. My goodness. Dee, if you're watching, I wanted to show you that I kind of took your idea to heart. In that basket is all of my wires. You can kind of see them coming out of the wall there, but I tried to hide them. That's a Longenberger basket with some napkins in it and the trio of pumpkins. I just tried to make a little vignette there to hide the wires. I do not like the wires. It's a Boyd's Behr. Fall, dressed all in fall. That's very old. I've had that for years. But let's turn around and look at the whole family room. Let's go over here to the staircase first. Let me show you the pipberry garlands. These are pipberry garlands that stay up all year except for
at Christmas. And the pip berries will come down, and pine and ornament garland will go up. I made all of the funky bows. They're 8-loop funky bows, made with all the same solid blue color burlap ribbon. And I made this bullnose spray, just a little one, for up there. So I love this staircase. It's one of my favorite things in the house. So let's walk on over here to my ivy table. So named because this table used to be a light oak and have ivy stenciled on the front of those two doors there on either side. So I call it my ivy table. But that's a Kincaid picture, my very first, my one and only. And again, I'm just, adding a bit of fall in with the blue and white. You can see blue and white garland. And I put some orange, burnt orange in. Added in a little bit of copper over here with that lantern. Again, if you go to the video where I did the vignette, you'll see links for everything. I'm not going to put links in this video. You can go to my playlist, my 2019 fall decor playlist, and find all the links that I have to offer. I made this little tray with kind of, again, pulling the copper color from the lantern with those two pumpkins. And another owl down here. And then here's my little tea sets, one that was sent to me and one that was my grandmother's. More of the copper color pumpkins. Super happy with how that worked out. And then here's my fall tree. I was about ready to throw this thing out the door a couple of times when I was making it, but in the end, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Using pipberry garland mixed in with the blue garland, and got that Give Thanks from the Dollar General. And I have made another, Chris made me a kind of a crate, you can see, or a bucket, and he made it into a tree stand for me. And then gave me enough room to build that bottom decor. Very happy with how this turned out too. And it all kind of flows right together into the family room. And then here is the heart of our home, most definitely our kitchen. Dare I say my favorite room in the house, because we've already made a ton of memories in this room. This island is everybody's workplace, cooking place, my crafting place. I do not have a craft room, y'all. I do not. I pull out my crafts supplies every time I do a craft, and I put them away every time. So anyway, let's take a look above the cabinets. All of this decor, there's nothing really quote unquote fall in there, up there. It is all things that I had in mind and had been collecting before we moved in. I have added a few things over the years, but all of the lanterns I had purchased before we moved in, the Dickens houses I had, all the Longenberger baskets I had, and super happy with how that worked out. I had dreams about how I was going to decorate the tops of the cabinets. I had bulkheads at my other house and was never able to do it. So I was really looking forward to it here. And you can see I have pipberries on my hood. No, they are not a fire hazard. Had somebody ask me that. Nope, doesn't even, it's very far away from the stove there, as you can see. and never have had an issue, and we do a good bit of cooking. Here's my 3-tiered tray. I'm super happy with how this worked out too. And I'll just walk around the kitchen and come back to it, you know, a good bit so you can see all sides of it. And then, you know, here's coffee central here. Or tea. I don't drink coffee. I just drink tea. And Danielle and her mama made me this. Bless you, because I'm always tearing up in my videos. Those are Pioneer Woman bowls that we put little pieces of wood in there to separate them and lift them up. Learned that from over there from Kim at My Feathered Nest. She did it. Then I have this playing all the time. That's me in Alaska last May. And I'm using Pioneer Woman plates as my inspiration in here. And in this room, I added a touch of red instead of the burnt orange. I like to pull the red in, not only because of the plates, but also because of that lantern over there. And I'll explain that lantern in a minute. This is something new this year. The Lord is my strength and my song, Psalm 118:14. Stacy made me that too. She also made me the Greatest Thy Faithfulness plate over there. If I didn't flash that up, she made me that at the Ivy table. She made me that sticker, and this is a sticker. She made me, we got that frame at Joann's, I think. But anyway, I'm super happy with how all of this worked out. And a little candle burning here. And oh, I did, this is another Pioneer Woman bowl. And I just put a Yankee candle in there and put a pipberry garland around it. Really didn't do anything in that corner other than to just kind of, this is where my kind of burgundy went. And I had a lovely Subby Maria make me both of those things. In crafting, there are no mistakes, only unique creations. And she made me the mason jar with the spoons. I haven't heard much from her lately. I hope she's okay. Bless her heart. She's so sweet. Anyway, I have this picture it's kind of a plank picture, but it was not expensive. I got it from The Gathering Place, and this truly is The Gathering Place. And this is what I call my Then Sings My Soul lantern, because Stacy made me that sticker, my cousin Stacy with her cricket. And Then Sings My Soul is one of our family's favorite hymns, and we sing it when we all get together. And then again, finishing off with another Pioneer Woman plate. And you can see, let me back up over here a minute, you can see that a new idea I had this year was, these are chargers, plastic chargers, and Chris took Gorilla Glue and glued the plates onto the chargers. That's permanent. So I think that adds a little extra something to those plates. Back off here and give you a look all the way through. And let's move on around here. Go here to the desk next. All of the black furniture you see is from Hooker Furniture. We got it at our local furniture store. I bought it for this house before we moved in here. But that's all I did up there. Really happy with how that turned out. Kind of mimicking the flower arrangements that are on the mantle up there. And I made those funky bows. Again, that ribbon came from perpetualribbons.com too. And here I just have a little blanket on the back of the chair with a towel. And Stacy again made me a Love You a Bushel and a Peck. That's our family, one of our cousins. We have a bunch of girl cousins, and our grandma used to say that to us, and that's why we love that. Work hard, be kind, and stay humble. Amen to that, huh? And then here is our mud room. I'm not really going to spend much time in here. I'll tell you that was my mama's soap cabinet. She used to make soap as a child. And I made that wreath a couple years ago. And that one a couple of years ago. And here's where I hung a bow. Again, Bobby sent me that ribbon. And I demonstrated how to make a funky bow out of it. And then there's my mat and our cameras and Sam's combs and a bunch of stuff I didn't know what to do with and didn't want to put anywhere else. So I stuck it in here, my blue and white decor. Nothing really fall in here. And then here, this corner shelf, again, Then Sings My Soul. I'll just kind of run down this so you can see it. Nothing, you know, extremely special about this other than it's just special to me. Some of the things on it. I got that again at the Culpeper Minuteman Mini Mall over there in Culpeper. That's a coat closet. Here is our laundry room that, yes, does sit on the front of the house. I was a little worried about that when we first moved in. I said, who wants to watch me iron? Well, what I didn't think about is I like watching out the front window when I iron, which is not much. But here's, you know, Sam's bowl. This is where he eats. And Chris installed all of the cabinetry in here. The only thing that was in here when we moved in was the flooring, and it was plumbed for a washer and dryer. The washer and dryer was delivered the day we moved in. So there's doggies that have passed on before that you all have seen, for those of you with me for a long time. Sophie, the beautiful Newfie. Hello, Miss Gracie. And then, of course, Mr. Majestic himself, Sam. Such a cute boy. Look at his face. Again, Chris installed all of the cabinets and the backsplash. Well, hello, mister. What are you doing? Oh, you coming to get some water? You just coming to look out the window. Oh, good boy. And installed the backsplash. Should I say that? Yeah, so there's a light up here too. There we go. The wall color is butternut from Home Depot again. I made the wreath. Curtains are no longer available, unfortunately. I got them from a place called Country Curtains online, and they are now the Vermont Country Store. So if you want to go there and check, last I checked, they were not available though. Did you get a drink there, bud? Alrighty. And here is the powder room. Again, the only thing in here when we first moved in was a pedestal sink and 2 lights and a toilet. That was it. So we got this from Home Depot. Chris installed it. We got the mirror to go with it. So, and then I just kind of used teal as my accent color with fall in here. I'm really happy with how this room turned out. It's really pretty. I'm really quite pleased with how the burnt orange looks with kind of the teal color. Chris made me that shelf years and years ago. Just painted it black recently. Plates came from Hobby Lobby. I forgot to light the candle. Anyway, where's Sam? Oh, here he is. What you doing, buddy? What you doing? That's an air purifier that you hear there in our ears. Sorry about that. I meant to turn that off too. Oh, sorry about that, if you've been hearing that. All right, let's go around here to the hutch and we'll come back to the dough bowl and then we'll head in there real quick. This is one of my favorite pieces of furniture in the house. This is my big hutch that I just love to decorate. And again, we did this the same idea with the plates on top of the milk glass plates. Dee sent me a bunch of those. Thank you so much again, Dee. And I bought some more of the Staffordshire plates that Chris used Gorilla Glue and glued them on there. We live in Spotsylvania, Virginia. Did the same trick with those melamine plates on the copper colored charger there. That picture came from Kirkland's. Hello, fall. And it literally is fall now. Vases came from Michael's. The pumpkin came from At Home. The harvest pumpkins came from, and that, I think. my aunt and I won a cornhole contest. My dad gave me a plaque and he gave her one that Christmas. We were at Stacy's house one year. We won something, yay! Stacy's mom and I won. We were a team. Anyway, this is an old candy dish. I chalk painted this and made up that little arrangement with pip berries and pumpkins. Harvest Blessings. One of the balls that Danielle sent me. And this hutch is full of subscriber gifts, this truck being one, and the candlesticks, and that little vase being another. My mother-in-law gave me the boots. And this is a kind of a neat thing. I got this from the Minuteman Mini Ball too, and I set the lid up in like a picture holder and just have it just displayed like that. Mother-in-law gave me the salt and pepper shakers too. And this little cozy corner is cute. This is a pumpkin, grapevine pumpkin, and I just made a funky bow swag to go on that. Here we are at my kitchen table, and the dough bowl I had made up in the blue and white, and removed just a couple of elements and added a gold lantern and some pumpkins and some gold leaves. I am really happy with how that turned out. Super pretty. Do a look through. It's getting darker and darker now, which is good because I'll go through here with just the lights, you know. I might turn all the lamps off and just, or most of them anyway, and do just a walk around like that. But here we go, walking over here into the dining room, and then the foyer, and then the living room. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time in here because this is the stuff that you guys have most recently seen. And I haven't really added anything, but here's my hutch. Again, pulling the blue and white decor in. And I had made this garland last year and added some blue and orange to it. And I'm really happy with how that worked out. It's very eclectic, but I pulled the same look up into the blue vases up there. I just added a touch of fall here and there. And then here's my sideboard. All this furniture is quite old, but that's my grandmother's lamp. That's really old. That never goes away. Here's a lovely, my galvanized lantern that I got. Sweet Sandy from the Salvation Army gifted me that after I did a funky bow class. She gave me that after I taught that class. Then I just had a couple of scarecrows here with always give thanks. Just hung a little sign on the chair. The curtains, curtain rods, everything that you see came from Bed Bath & Beyond with a big coupon we got when we first moved in here. This is my grandmother's old hutch that I have restyled in the blush pink because of my mama's doll, which has inspired me. And I know this doesn't necessarily pair perfectly with the blue and white, but it sits off by itself, and I want to give my mama a nod, and I really hope she can see this. Very happy with how this worked out, adding just a touch of fall. This is a spray that I actually used on a lantern last year, repurposed it, redid it, added a little something to this one side, and used it as a kind of a garland or a spray, and just added some elements of fall in. We'll get back to the foyer, And let's head on into the living room. And that is not, we are not formal people. It's, you know, of course called the formal living room. But I don't feel like it's formal at all. I don't feel like we are formal at all. And it's one of my favorite rooms of the house, actually, this room. And I literally just touched it with fall. Just touched it with fall. Let me walk on through. Happy fall, y'all. Put that up in the window. We don't have a lot of furniture over here. I keep wanting a table or something from in here, and Chris is like, no, I want that plan, and where are we going to put the white Christmas tree? And, you know, so that's an ongoing discussion. But here is a look all the way through from this side. Chris and we got all the light fixtures. The house came with light fixtures, but we switched them all out after we moved in to match the lights that are at the island. Chris found them online for a really good price and from lightingdirect.com, something like that. Anyway, I made this with the blue and white decor, and all I did was add like a blue or like a fall garland, piece of garland, and just put a couple of pumpkins down there and called that a day. Added a pumpkin there and did not change out the pillows at all. I did make this a short time ago, again, remembering my mom. That was her silver tray that was used at her and my dad's wedding reception. And I've just simply put a pumpkin there, put a lantern, used a little bottom part of a little cloche there, and that was it. And then my little bike, again, more ribbon that Bobby sent me from perpetualribbons.com. And I just made a little arrangement there for the little scarecrow to sit up against. Again, just adding another one of those velvet, all the velvet pumpkins you see are from Michael's. And this is beautiful ribbon. Now, she does not have any available right now of that particular ribbon, but she sent that to me because she saw my decor. She's so sweet, you all. Such a sweet lady. I highly encourage you to give. She's very honest and very sweet, and I know we all look for that. Didn't really change anything here other than just to stick a couple of orange tufts in that little glass. Chairs are Lane recliners. They are not made anymore, I don't believe. You can Google them though. Lane high leg recliner. BELLE high leg recliners. They do recline. Well, obviously they're recliners. This little corner, as you saw, this little pumpkin I love from Plow and Hearth. Used a coupon for that. I love it. And then my candlesticks from Ross. And then my big fat flower arrangement that has elements from Danielle and her mama Linda and Dee. All other Danielle and Dee are creators here on YouTube. Happy pumpkin spice season. Again, I really didn't do a lot in here, just added the blue pumpkins. And the table was my grandmother's. And so was the secretary. And I styled the secretary with the door open. That's my mom on her wedding day to my dad. She looked like a princess, didn't she? Oh, she was a beauty, let me tell you, inside and out. But I really didn't do much inside. I had styled this when I styled the hutch, my big hutch and my other grandmother's other hutch after Christmas. But here I just again added a touch of fall into the florals and just, you know, put a pumpkin there. Added some pumpkins there. And that, my friends, is that for this room. And then we'll end in the foyer, which I'm very happy when all is said and done with how this worked out. I switched the table. I used to be over here bumped up against all this stuff, which was too much for my eye. So I switched the table over and restyled everything in here. I'm super happy with this. Start over here. I got those candlesticks from yet another lovely creator here on YouTube. She goes to the Thrill of the Thrift. Her name is Dee too. And I got those boxes. They're Lang boxes, stacking boxes from that Minute Ball again over there in Culpeper. And I just added a little pumpkin pick and some gold leaves to that, and a couple of scarecrows hanging out here in the foyer. And then on this side, this arrangement gave me fits, as y'all saw in that video. If not, you might want to go back and take a peek at that video. Oh my goodness. I had a time and a half getting that put together, but Chris helped me, and it's weighted, and it's, oh my goodness, I was a mess trying to get this candy dish to stand up. But I got her done, finally. And then just a lantern, and again, another plate. Did you all notice? Anyway, I made that wreath on the foyer door. And if you look up, it has a transom window. And, oh, the pictures on either side came from Kirkland's. They match, kind of. They're very close. They're not exactly the same, but they're very close. Lamp came from Hobby Lobby. And then if you come back here and you turn around and look up, it's a landing that goes all the way across, and you can look down into the family room. So that, my friends, is that. So I will morph on into the video footage just set to music, and I'll just say goodbye right here. And I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Love y'all. Bye-bye.